Hey, Freddy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you.
You're in the rather amazing space area of
Absolutely.
Superbooth.
It's literally a space education center, and they have school classes coming in every week, and they get like the history of space, and they learn about the planets and the rockets and the different astronauts, and it's all kind of themed like that.
What a great place to have a booth.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's really
So,
great.
HEDD audio, I mean, I know, many things.
Yeah.
Headphones,
Yeah.
very high-end studio monitors,
Yep.
both analog and DSP. So what are you telling us about today?
Yeah, so basically what we've done in the last 5, 6 years was to design these DSP enhanced studio monitors, and because we wanted to achieve certain things that you can't really get to in the analog realm, which for an example is what we call the head linearizer, which is a phase alignment tool, like a zero phase FIR filtering device, as well as the ability of using the speakers with the bass ports engaged and actually closed, which adds to the sonic flexibility that these DSP speakers have. Because if you're a classical musician or a classical music engineer, you might prefer like a closed speaker with the most possible bass precision. But if you're working in more modern musical genres and you're used to work at higher SPL levels, then you might leave them open. And that's just the beginning of what I think is a very flexible monitoring system. But at the same time, what brings maybe 95% of the sound quality to the table in a speaker design is the components and the quality of the components. And what we're presenting, or what we'll be announcing on May 15th, is 2 studio monitors that take the exact same components we use in our high-end studio monitors, but we bake them into an analog concept. So basically, everything that the DSP does is kind of stripped away. The DSP is replaced with a very high-end, reliable analog board, and we know a lot about analog circuitry because it's kind of lies in our long history.
Yeah.
And what you get is a plug-and-play, super easy to use.
So are they active or passive?
They're active studio monitors. Okay. They only have a few connection points, a little bit of shelving. But other than that, they're just kind of straight head sound out of the box. No software reliance, low latency. So basically a purest version of the speakers that we have.
And what sort of amps are you using? Are you Class D amps?
They share the same amplifiers, which is a Class D amplification, 100 watts for the bass, 100 watts for the air motion transformer tweeter made with ice power modules.
So we've got some over here. I
think.
We
got some here. We thought we have some leaking fun on the super booth. They're not even out yet, but we have placed them with friends. So you have to handle them with curiosity, as you see here. And you see that they're basically, it's a full-on head speaker. Just on the back, it's a little less complex than the MK2 series, which is DSP enhanced. So you have, bass shelving for broadband room correction, volume, high shelf, RCAs, so you can plug in your DJ desk, for an example, and a combined XLR TRS connection point. And that's pretty much all it is. But sonically, they're playing on the same level than, the best that we can do in our current
So you've got,
this
is it a 3.5-inch driver or a 3-inch driver?
Yeah, so this is basically the DNA of the HEDD audio brand, is the air motion transformer. And we're using them hand-assembled in all our studio monitors, as well as in a full-range version in our headphones, which is one of the unique things that we do. So there's an AMT driver in here, and this is a very fast-sounding driver made of a honeycomb compound. And then you have a physical standby button on the front. And a few
always
LEDs.
Good to see a power button on the front, right?
I admit it's a learning.
So what are the characteristics? I mean, who are these aimed for? Are they aimed for sort of, because they're I guess they're medium-sized. They're not the bit, or are they coming in larger sizes? What sort of range do you do?
I mean, it's obviously something we've talked about, but we want to start with the near-field monitors because we're really kind of aiming at the home studio producer, the musician that records himself or herself, and just offer something simple, and then based on how these speakers will perform, we might consider doing the big ones too. But for now, that's all we want to start with. And the 5 is going to come out, as well as a 7-inch woofer-based version. And the only the only way they differ from each other is basically the 7 goes a little lower and is a little louder, but they share the same sonic Yeah,
Right. So
the
any larger, and you might be talking three-way and all sorts of things.
No,
Yeah.
for the three ways we keep it digital for now. The Type20 MK2 is our most successful model. It's a compact three-way system that we see over there at the head audio turn-off station on the left.
I see those.
That's kind of our bread and butter product, and then there's on top of that the Type30, which is basically it adds another amplification path and another woofer to be just a little louder and to be better suited for bigger rooms.
So the DSP speakers are considered to be extremely precise and very, I wouldn't say clinical, but you can hear exactly what's going on. I mean, what would you say with the sonic characteristics of the non-DSP speakers? They're just a little softer or a little more forgiving.
I would think that sonically they are almost, they're different, but they are on the same quality level. What the MK2 speakers add, what the DSP adds, is the phase alignment, and that brings in a few % of extra precision, especially when it comes to the stereo imaging.
Yeah.
If you pan things, if you want to localize like a sound source in a complex mix, they will give you that like kind of extra view on it. And then obviously the idea of closing the speakers fully and switching to a different tuning for the closed version of the speaker, that basically turns the MK2 speaker into a completely different speaker. It's almost like a 2-in-1 kind of speaker concept, because they will sound vastly different, especially in the bass.
So these will be announced May. When will they be shipping, do you think?
Sorry?
When will they ship these new speakers?
Oh yeah, they will. We will start shipping in the second half of May, and then throughout the entire June, it's going to be a global rollout of the product.
And do you know what sort of price they're going to be for
Euro?
Yeah.
So basically the analog versions will be about 30% less of the cost of the MK2 versions.
Right.
And with regards to the Type 5 A-Core, we're talking €599, including VAT, and for the 7th it's going to be $699.
That's per speaker, right?
That's per speaker, yeah.
And so would they be suitable for multi-speaker systems?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are very Atmos experienced, very immersive experience. In the meantime, we have full-on mounting gear that we developed together with ISO Acoustics, and they're equally good as the MK2s for all sorts of immersive audio configurations. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Freddy.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you.